Hi guys, Artiar here. So this video here I will be going through and showcasing some of the team comp that you are fighting against R6 Tirrel. Cause in PvP, especially in the point war currently, there's a lot of R6 Tirrel, or probably not R6, probably R4, R5, but Tirrel is also very annoying to deal with because Tirrel can actually just counter against your passive effect, and a lot of Esper actually needs the passive effect in order to shine, right? For example, DISLYTE, for example, Nyles, if they don't have their passive effect, it's actually very hard to deal with, and not to mention Tirrel here can actually poke you and does true damage, and it's actually very pain. So this video here we're going through is how you countered her. Okay, so you can see here the enemy team comp is going for Maria, Pinda, R6 Tirrel, R6 Chuyao, and Zhe, and they're all level 70. And the video today, the team comp, one of the team comp here is going to be Yoheme, Nyles, R2 Nyles, R2 Meta Oli, R1 Meta Alexa, and R3 Maria. So the Oli and the Meta Alexa, basically you are able to get one copy, right? Cause as a free-to-play player, you are actually able to get one copy as long as you clear the content, the event content. And if you are pass buyer, then you can get the higher reso. For example, like the R2 Meta Oli, I'm pretty sure it's actually from the battle pass itself. So you need Meta Oli here in order to make Yoheme survive. You need Meta Alexa here for you to apply the charm and also do a little bit of AoE damage. Nyles here is your main DPS and limit the enemy max HP, and Maria here is to heal your team, and Yoheme here is to apply the hamstruck. So why Yoheme is so effective here is because of the hamstruck directly counter against Tirrel. Because if we take a look here, how Tirrel actually works is after Tirrel apply the co-web on your target, then the S1 here will automatically poke you with this 120% multiplier, and it's a true damage as well. So in order to avoid Tirrel to actually poke you out of the turn, because it will automatically cast the S1 on the target with co-web, then hamstruck from Yoheme actually directly counter against Tirrel. Because if we take a look against like Yoheme's debuff, the one that applies the hamstruck, the S3 here, hamstruck you cannot get AP up or special turn. So the special turn from the poke from Tirrel is actually get affected by hamstruck. So if you apply hamstruck from Yoheme into Tirrel, then Tirrel is not able to poke your team, then your team here can survive very easily. Okay, now we're gonna take a look how the battle goes. Alright. So Yoheme apply hamstruck, so you can see they're not able to apply like all those damage, and because you apply so many debuff, you also the cleanse from the Spirit Aegis, you do notice that Tirrel just get maximum max HP reduction there, 100%. Because Yoheme here also reduce max HP cap, and it will also directly very good synergize with Nyles. So Nyles can reduce 80%, then Yoheme here can deal additional max HP cap to reduce it to 100%. Then it's very easy for you to kill the enemy. And Yoheme max HP reduction is a lot more faster as well, because usually like Iki 1, you need the enemy to take the turn. Right, you need the enemy to take a turn, and it's total of 8 turns in order to trigger that. But for Yoheme wise, the moment you cast S3, you can take a look here. Yoheme casts the S3, it deals damage, and then it triggers the hamstruck or the debuff thing. And then because you have enemy is using Chuyao, then Chuyao is trying to dispel it. And every time you dispel, you will trigger more stack from Nyles. So you instantly get the maximum stack, okay, 6 stack, almost maximum stack of the Tirrel stack, and you also get max HP reduction by Yoheme as well. So it's very easy to let you trigger the max HP cap of Tirrel. Just left a little bit, you can see the poke damage on Yoheme isn't that high as well. 94k is still doing okay, and then we have Meta Oli here to revive Yoheme back. Okay, right, you can see the Nyles HP only left like 10%, all because of the stack debuff and also the additional max HP reduction from Yoheme. Right, we can directly see it here. You do 2 damage, and then the second hit here reduce the enemy max HP by 20%, which is just enough to make 100% of max HP reduction combined with Nyles. So 20% here, Nyles, if you apply maximum stack, is 80%, makes your enemy reduce 100% of their HP. That's also one of the reasons why you can see Tirrel is basically no HP left, but because enemy and Maria to heal back Tirrel, so Tirrel reduce 1 stack, but it's still enough to kill Tirrel with 1 shot from Nyles attack. You can see this damage here just enough to kill Tirrel. Alright, now we can take a look at another showcase. Alright, so this time is the same team comp, but instead of Meta Alexa, it's going for Tolan to ban the enemy out. And this time enemy doesn't have Chuyao, so it's not going to trigger the 100% max HP reduction that easily. But because enemy is not using Chuyao, which means Yuhime can apply the Hamstruck on Tirrel this time. The previous video did not showcase the Hamstruck debuff because it's on Spirit Aegis, and it's very hard for you to apply it. But because of that, because you're hard to apply the debuff, then you manage to apply the max HP reduction cap very easily. But now enemy doesn't have Chuyao, so without the Spirit Aegis, we can take a look here. Tolan applies the 0 hour. Then now we're gonna try to hit on Tirrel, and you do notice that Tirrel did not poke on Tolan because on the Hamstruck. If Tirrel doesn't have this Hamstruck, then Tirrel basically can keep on poking the target who is on co-web, for example Nyles, Tolan and Yuhime, and will die very easily, right? But because you apply the Hamstruck, then basically Tirrel here is just a standing puppet. She can't really do anything because she can't do the poke. Without the poke damage, Tirrel is basically useless, and you have no way to cleanse it because nowadays the team we are running usually doesn't run with cleanse. Right, we usually don't run a Clara anymore. We don't run like the other cleanser. So the debuff will always stay on Tirrel, and Tirrel won't able to poke us even though we get co-web. Okay, then Nyles here have a very good time applying all the max HP reduction and doing damage as well. Tirrel here still can't take the action because we still didn't get co-web. Left Tirrel and Nyles now. Right, Tolan instantly 0 hour out Nyles, left Tirrel and 1 poke. You do notice that Tirrel did not take any action at all because at the start of the combat, instantly applied the Hamstruck already. So this Hamstruck trade, after applying, you can see the co-web on Tolan, the Tirrel is not able to poke, and because this Nyles here already gets 0 hour out and Nyles cannot take any action, the other supporter here basically become useless because if their main DPS can't even take action, their support is basically useless because you can't do anything, right? But everything here comes back into you need to apply the Hamstruck. Right, you can see the Hamstruck here plays a very important role. If you fail to apply it, then basically it's the end because Tirrel can just co-op your unit without a passive, and Tirrel 1 poke kill will kill you very easily. Okay, so this time the team is running is Yuhime, Nyles, Meta Oli is the same thing, but this time it's going for Zihe instead of Tolan or Meta Alexa. And then for the enemy one, we can take a look here. The rare zone of them is level 70 Zihe, R6D, probably R6 D6 level 70 Sig, and with a Suizai combination with Lian and Lushang. So Suizai is the problem here to actually help stacking the Echo Scar for the Sig very easily because from the counter attack, all this thing. And now we can take a look how the battle goes. So at the start of the combat, Yuhime will take the action first to apply the Hamstruck debuff, right? Okay, we can skip through this part. Okay, Yuhime applies the Hamstruck. Okay, you fail to apply the Hamstruck. Okay, then we can take a look from the because of Lushang here blocking the Hamstruck debuff. But now we can just apply the max HP reduction. Your Nyles here do more damage, apply more S3 and more HP reduction, and another spam S3. Okay, what happened here? It was because of Sig. Okay, because every time when you cast S3 and then you cast S3 and then you will get the Echo Scar damage, and then because you get killed by the Echo Scar, then Nyles here instantly take 1 turn and then cast S3 again, and then he dies again, then cast another S3 again, and he dies again and casts another S3 again, which is total of 3 times of revive, just enough to kill Suizai, Sig, and also Zihe. So yeah, this video here is just showcasing how Nyles, even at low reso like R1 or R2, you are still able to kill R6 Tirrel. But the thing comes back into you need Yuhime to apply the Hamstruck in order to counter Tirrel. So Tirrel, after applying co-web and can't kill your Nyles, then your Nyles here will still able to slap them very easily because thanks to the 3 revive here, you're able to keep spamming your S3, and your S3 here have the max HP reduction and do a big amount of damage in PvP as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.